All right, Sisters fans. Now, fans have been clamoring for a Fatima and Karen fight for quite a while, but Fatima's made it clear that baby inside of Karen is the only thing saving her from an ass whooping, to be completely honest and blunt and right to the point. But when it comes down to it, Karen doesn't seem to take Fatima seriously whatsoever. She's going to do what she wants to do with Zach, regardless of the relationship that he has with Fatima. So a lot of people are clamoring for Madam to actually show up and pay her a visit. Now, as much as I want this to happen, I don't think it's going to happen for a number of reasons. Number one, if Fatima shuts it down, if Madam shows up and shuts it down, that's pretty much it. Karen becomes a non-factor. And sadly, she's like the main character. Because in terms of sisters, it really revolves around the Zatima love rectangle, or whatever shape you want to call it. You got Zach, you got Fatima, you got Karen, you got Aaron chasing after Karen, but Zach's kind of blocking him from doing that. And let's not even talk about Paul and Ian, because that's Zatima stuff. I don't know. There's a lot going on with that. But yeah, I feel like Karen needs a wake-up call. That's what really needs to happen, because even though Fatima keeps telling Andy, he's like, you better tell her, Andy, you better tell her about, I'm crazy. Andy never does that. I feel like somebody said, like in one episode she tried to, and I mentioned this a long time ago. I said, Karen's the kind of person, even if Andy is telling the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth in regards to what she knows about Fatima, what she knows about her connection to Madam, and, the fact that they're related and all the stuff they're into, even if Andy verbatim told Karen this entire situation, I have no doubt in my mind that Karen would not believe Fatima is like that. Mainly due to the fact that the first thing she'll do instead of listening to Andy and heeding her warnings, she'll think that Andy is yet again, oh, you're trying to defend her. Yeah, your friend, right? I thought we were friends. Yeah, your best friend, you defending her. You're just making up all this stuff. Karen is the kind of person who is just a F around and find out, think of it this way. Fawn, Aaron's ex-wife that killed herself, Fawn's brother broke into her house to try to kill her. I have a feeling that if Karen keeps this stuff up, one day she's going to come home from work and either Madam or one of her people. Can you imagine that if Karen gets home from work and Madam and Blue are just standing right there in the apartment? Can you just imagine how shook she would be? No, she'd be pissed off at first talking smack, but when, Madam or Blue just exert some sort of, well, I think Blue would be the one to exert some sort of, just aggression, Karen will sit down and shut up after that. And it's a shame, because I'd really hate for Karen to have to go through that, but it's the fact that she just keeps poking the bear. And at some point, the claws are going to come out. Somebody needs to shut this shit down. Like, Karen is just doing way too much, thinking she can talk to anybody the way she wants to, feel. Look, regardless as to whether or not she is carrying Zach's child, the fact that he has a whole fiance, yet she still feels like she is entitled to put hands on him and kiss him on the cheek and whatnot, and hell, go so far as say, come over and have sex with me. Somebody needs to put her in her place. And Fatima used to be that chick, but the fact that I feel like she's become so much of an exaggerated character, it's hard to take her seriously sometimes, because it's like, I feel like Tyler's leaning too much into the Medea side of that kind of characteristic trait, or that character trait. Madam is no nonsense, so she came over there. Look, what happened after she went over there and talked with Deja? Not a damn thing in terms of sisters continuity, because Deja never messed with Zach again, only to warn him about Madam. Now, in the situation with Karen, yeah, if Madam came over there, said what she said, there's going to be some issues. And it's kind of funny, because I think I mentioned this a long time ago. I said, if Miss Lisa met Madam, I feel like the same kind of dynamic that she has with Fatima would be true with Madam. It's like, she'd be defending her daughter, but after, again, finding out all the nonsense that Karen's been up to since, she had left in season 5, I'm talking about Miss Lisa, she'd be like, wait, so you're running around calling people out their name, doing this, that, and the third, and now you have this, woman in here? Yeah, Miss Lisa is a tough old bird, and I feel like she's the kind of person where let me put it this way. I highly doubt that Miss Lisa would tolerate someone acting aggressive and disrespectful towards her the same way that Karen has been acting towards Fatima and a number of other characters. So it's just one of those things where Karen's that student who, cuts up in class. And then when it's time for a parent teacher conference, her mom is going to be on her side. But when her mom finds out the truth through receipts, that's when Karen's going to, oh, no, mom, let's get out of here. She's lying on me, this and that. And it's like, no, you got caught with your hand in the cookie jar and now you got to pay the price. So, yeah, I mean, Madam showing up and handling business would be pretty epic. But I kind of find it funny how, people always say Zach needs to put people in their place and handle his business. Yet, Fatima never really does that herself. She usually calls in reinforcements, which, I mean, hey, if you got assistants, call it in, but don't be, jumping on one character for not handling their business directly when another character uses their resources in order to handle theirs. So let me know what you think. I think a Madam confrontation would be amazing, and it doesn't even have to be a fight or none, just something to give Karen that wake up call as she tries to come for her cousin's fiance again, or disrespect her cousin in any way. Then it's going to be a showdown, and I'd love to see it. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Who's going to give Karen that reality check? Should it be Madam? Should it be her mom? Should it be Fatima? Who knows? But thanks so much for tuning in. Like and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one.